Hi, everybody. This is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. And I'm here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
How is everybody tonight? Who is ready for Christmas?
Well, ready is kind of a relative term.
It is a relative term, isn't it? Please put in the chat how ready you are. What's done, what's undone. We need to know all the things. So I think we told you we bought a new pre-lit tree. And we have the tree up. Did we have the tree up last Tuesday? Maybe we did. It still does not have a star or ornaments, and there are no gifts underneath it. But we don't usually put gifts out until we do gifts. We don't do a lot of gifts. Who is here tonight?
Well,
Holly, hello, and Janice, and Jan, Shirley, Bev, Sandra. Speaking of Bev, the Christmas cards have started coming in. And this card came yesterday from Bev. Steve stood behind me as I opened it. And do you remember what you said, Steve?
that's a fractured card.
He's like, what a beautiful fractured card. And I'm like, you know what a fractured card is.
I do listen. I mean, if I'm going to be on this, I might as well understand something about it.
You guys, you're teaching him things. He knew this was a fractured card, and I'm super impressed. This is beautiful, Bev. Thank you very much. And thank you for quizzing my husband. He knew what kind of card it was. And then this came today from Tony Shaw. Wishing you a festive Christmas. Isn't this adorable? I love this truck. Mine is sitting over here. It made me think I need to make some more of these. So thank you, Tony. We really, really appreciate that. So I'd also like to know how many of you send out Christmas cards and how many do you send? So far, I've sent one. My friend Ruth in Australia. For Joy Team, we did our Christmas party in person in August, but we're doing an online thing in 2 weeks. And I sent card pieces. Does that count, Steve?
Card pieces?
I sent people pieces of the card to put together for fun during our get together in 2 weeks. Does that sound like fun? I've never gotten card pieces in the mail as a Christmas card, but hey, Bridget, I didn't think you were going to be on. Thank you, on. And Maria, Jean, a lot of you have ordered your shares already. I'm selling 24. There's 8 going out this week. I could only buy enough on the pre-order for 8. And there's 16 going out January 8th. There's 3 left. Can you believe that? We sold 21 shares already. You guys are awesome.
Yep. Hey, I just want to let you know, Betty Boone has made 90 cards today. It was actually yesterday.
Okay.
90 cards one day.
Can you post a picture, Betty? I would love to see your cards. I've been making cards too. The paper pumpkin add-on kit of the cards and envelopes. And then I took the bear paper and added things and half houses, and it's actually been super fun. And I've been making all kinds of cards. Here, I'll show you this. This is one of my favorite cards I've made lately. I haven't shown this anywhere. Do you guys like this? Oh, it's hard to see in the light. Can you see that? It says "Make It Merry," and it's an easel card with Christmas greetings. This was super fun to make. But yeah, lots of cards are being made in our world. Jean says the audio is a little in and out. We are trying out new lavalier mics tonight, so that answers our question.
And I just changed the settings. So Jean, tell me if it's any better now.
Okay. Another thing I've done this weekend, my husband likes to make fudge. Are you ready for the big fudge run next week you need to make, honey? And so I made fudge boxes, and Jean helped me make these. I got some glue on the box, so I got out that gold glimmer paper with the adhesive back. It's an online exclusive, and you guys need it. If you don't have this paper, it comes in silver and gold, and I punched out the circle, took off the adhesive, and it sticks great even on this glossy box, and I love it. And then the nativity. So there's, I think, 24 of these gold boxes done. So tonight we're going to make a square column fold card, and it can go this way or this way. And this one Isn't this fun? This is from, it's not the one we're going to make tonight. Snowflake Magic. I was going to look. Does anyone know if this one's on sale or if it's just normal price? But I thought that was super pretty. This is the Melon Mambo foil sheets that are also, both of these things are retiring. And then I made the sentiment with Celebrate with Tags. And Jean, since you're on, you helped me make this. The birthday tag that we made this weekend, the dies from this are retired. I had in little letters, dies retired, and I can't use it for what I used it for. So I have a birthday gift card set that's adorable that I can't use. Bummer. I mean, I can use it. I'll give it to someone, but I was hoping to use it for a certain thing. So anyway, back to this card. The snowflake and the layer around the white Christmas tree came out of the Celebrate with Tags, if you happen to have those dies. And then the layer of the Melon Mambo foil was the second smallest from Scalloped Contours. So that was a fun and easy card to make. So if you looked on the preview for tonight, I'm going to show you how I made that. And then I'm going to show you a nativity one. So stick around. Put hashtag prize patrol in the comments, all squished together, if you want to win a prize. I delivered one this morning to my Bible study fellowship group friend Sharon, who won 2 weeks ago. She messaged me this morning, don't forget the dies. So my voice is no longer cutting in and out.
But
Yay.
you're not on the screen anymore. I've got to re-edge your camera. I have no idea what happened.
I'm talking to you. Is this camera still working? Hello.
That camera's still working.
Okay, I'll just work down here. When I started doing videos, I did them Wednesdays at noon, and I only showed my hands. So
your hair looks so good tonight.
You know, I got my hair cut today. It looks good one day every 5 weeks. So we need to get my hair on camera. Patty is late. I'm glad you're here. Maria, thank you for sharing. If you guys would give us a thumbs up or a heart or like the video, it sounds weird, but it actually really helps. There is a project we made for Christmas the year Steve had his first heart surgery. It was 4 years ago. And it's going crazy today because someone started hearting it. So thank you for doing that. Okay, we have measurements. Is it too soon for measurements? Can you back up a screen?
I can.
We don't have layers yet. We just have measurements.
Layers was still up there. How about this?
Okay. And can you do one other thing? I used up that host code this morning. Did anyone get up? Who got up for the pre-order? I got up at 2 and I had everything done at 4. I didn't want the people who got shares. I don't like it if they don't get everything they're supposed to get. So I'm a little punchy tonight. I'm sort of tired. Okay, back to this. So this is easy. I love easy fun folds. And I used this paper that is an online exclusive. Let's see what it's called. It is called One Horse Open Sleigh. And I liked it because of the deer paper on here. So that's what we're going to make first. And I did go back into my retired stash. I know you guys have a retired stash too, but this is Blushing Bride that is retired. But use whatever color you want, of course. So here's my little template. You guys know I like to make templates because we make these cards over and over again, which is, I think, fun to make them with different products. So this is 5.5 by 10 1/8. And then it's scored, starting from the left, at 4 1/4, 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and 8 3/4. And then you just take your bone folder and start burnishing all the score lines. And you're going to fold it toward the long side. So we're going to fold it. It was going to go in a triangle. We're going to fold it in a square. So it ends up on this 4 1/4 score line. Have you guys made this card before? Okay. So And we're going to go one more past it. So this is on the score line, and then this is past it. So we have a square like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive. I'm going to put glue on here actually. And Steve's too busy to make fun of me about my glue. No, I didn't get it started before we got here.
Trying to diagnose the technical problems tonight, honey.
I was on with Joy Team. Are you still having technical problems?
Well, I can't see your beautiful hairdo, and I'm determined to make that happen.
I don't think anyone came here tonight to see my hair. I just like it that I don't have to fix it on one day every 5 weeks. Okay, so I have the glue on here. And we're going to fold it forward and put it down on the 4 1/4 score line and just set it down. I'm going to let it sit there for a minute. Let's see. Jean says both of us are missing. We're still here, Jean. And Holly says, I cannot see you, Steve, along not seeing Beth. Tony says
don't
she
worry,
has made this before.
Just to the card comments, I'm working on the technical
What
comments.
about how white? Is it because it's here? Now you guys can see it.
Yeah, and it's just because that's a low resolution screen. So
see how it's pink? Okay. Can you switch to the next one? Next, we're going to cut the DSP. And when I cut the DSP, a lot of times I like to cut it in order so the scene wraps around the box. For this one, though, this deer was so cute, it had to go on the front. So that was my priority, was getting the deer on the front. So I'm going to make this cardigan sideways like this one, and it's going to have the nativity scene on it. Steve is so busy working that I don't know what you're talking about. Gian, you're a night owl, so you ordered at 11:30 your time. I was sound asleep at 11:30, but I did wake up a little before 2. Did I wake you up, Steve?
Not really.
Not really, as I was carousing downstairs.
Carousing, that's the word I was looking for.
Okay, and then I'm going to put the big piece. This is 2.5 by 5 1/4. Don't you guys love it when you get to help us work with our new technology? We are going to be gone in January. We're still going to be doing videos though, but we're going to be gone. You know, I'm going to resort to more glue, new glue. Jean, how many glue bottles are out on the counter right now? Like 8? Now there's 9. So what are you guys up to? Oh, Steve's back.
No, actually, I moved the camera over to you.
Oh.
I sacrificed my own pictures because you're so much more important.
Your hair looks so cute, Steve.
My hair looks cute. I don't think so.
Normally, Steve goes with me. When my hair color processes, he gets his hair cut. But he did not join us today. Okay, now I have glue all over my hand.
Uh-oh. Don't you usually keep like a wet wipe or something right here?
I do. We ran out, remember?
Oh, that's right.
We just got more yesterday.
And now you're getting glue in your hair. You're
I
careful.
don't know. It's a train wreck.
Yeah, but that's what people watch our videos for. It's like NASCAR.
Do you guys come to have fun, or do you come to see how bad of a train wreck it is?
So, all right, I'm back now. So
can we chat with people? It's way more fun. I feel like I'm talking to myself making this card.
I can, yeah, and I know you don't like that. That makes you very uncomfortable.
I don't. It's like I'm talking to myself and no one's here. So who's back? Can you see us both?
No, only see you because we've only got one camera working and I gave it to you.
Oh, you've given up on your camera?
Yep.
So what do you have left to do for Christmas, Steve?
Well, I need to buy a present for my wife, and that should be a higher priority, I think.
Okay. To be clear, you might have bought me a few presents this morning between 2 and 4 a.m.
Ooh, now the truth comes out.
Yeah. I did really good with the fall mini catalog, not buying a lot. I did not do as well with this catalog. Who else besides Jeanne got up and ordered?
Well, I saw a couple people say they did.
Has anyone besides Tony made this card?
Oh, Patty says your hair looks great.
Thank you, Patty.
Janice says that it's a pretty card. So there you go.
Okay, so this card folds flat and fits in a normal envelope, and then it pops up. And I don't have it here for you. I made this card the other day and gave it to a friend already. What I did was cut a circle out of the stylish shapes, and with white embossing, I put thinking of you, and I actually sent this as a sympathy card. So
So
I thought it was sweet.
Betty lives in Calgary on the border of a provincial park. I think we may even know where this park is, Beth. I think we drove right past it. And she says she sees all kinds of wildlife every day: deer and porcupines and coyotes and bobcats and skunks. Reminds me of our Canada trip where we saw so much wildlife.
Yes, it was so beautiful. We have a wildlife video of all the wildlife we saw on the wildlife. I mean, we saw wildlife on more than one day, but okay, so now I'm making this again in Night of Navy, and we're going to do it the other direction. I'm going to put glue on here again. So what do you have? Do you have any stories, dear, as I put this together? I'm going to stop and show how I cut this. But do you have anything to say until then?
So Jean said that she stayed up to order out the clearance rack at 1 a.m. her time.
What did you get? I am curious.
So my story is that so far, somehow I've avoided putting ornaments on the Christmas tree. It's on the list of things that we said we were going to do, but this is the first year that we've used our traditional ornaments that are buried kind of in the bottom of the storage room.
The first year we were going back to that. Now that I asked you to tell a story, I'm going to tell them how to cut this. Okay, so this is the precious paper that is all sold out, but I know some of you have it. It is Oh Holy Night, and we are going to cut it. And I have this piece with the stars, and then what's the sand dunes down here. And I am going to cut it so I have 1 1/4, and I'm cutting it crosswise because it's going to go across the box. And I do it in order so it looks like the design keeps going. So 1 1/4 and then 1 1/4. And when you're doing the box this way, you only need 2 of those instead of 3. So the next measurement is 2 1/2, and I can't go 2 1/2 that way. So I'm going to tip it over and go from the other direction and do 2 1/2.
Do you have a banner for this?
It's back to the first banner, except instead of 3 of those, we just cut 2 of them. So then the stars, oh, and then the other thing we need to cut off, so it's 5 1/4. The reason I didn't cut the 5 1/4 first is I didn't want to slit up the whole piece of paper, because maybe I want 6 inches on the top of that for the others. So we need to go ahead and trim both of these. And I'm going to make sure my hills are in the right direction. See how that matches? And let's see, what end do we want to, I think I want to cut off. I'm going to cut, I want it to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off. Or put this other end at 5 1/4.
So can I take another run at my story?
Just a second. Almost. So then I'm just going to glue these on in order. Since it's that way, it's going to go here and here, and then the picture's one continuous thing. So I'll glue those on. Go ahead, honey.
Okay, so let me start over again. The last few years we have used just like silver ornaments on white lights on the tree, and it looked very elegant. But this year we got the new tree, and the new tree comes pre-lit,
I
and
hate
it's
to
got
interrupt, but
multi-colors.
we don't have white ornaments. They were turquoise and pink.
Okay,
Who does he think he's talking
I
to?
I don't know.
But
They're one
we
color.
did the matchy tree for like the last 10 years,
Yes.
right?
So like you would see like at a business or a department store.
And I don't know why. I just needed it. I liked it to match.
So this year when we ordered this brand new tree, it was pre-lit, and these bulbs have 3 different colors in them. So you can do lots of different things, and it's got a little switch, and you can switch things up. And so she started playing with the switch, and suddenly all the different color bulbs came on, and she's like, "Huh, I really kind of like that." So it's been that way
Yeah.
ever since.
So I have never wanted the multicolored lights, and he has always wanted. So what he's trying to tell you is he has now gotten his way. But the good news is, with a push of a button, I can get it back the other way. But I actually like it. We
So what
leave the
she's
lights
saying is,
on.
when I leave to go get groceries or whatever, she can go ahead and turn the lights the way
No,
she likes.
I've been leaving it the way it is, and I do actually like it, which is funny because I never would have bought those lights. I just thought white lights looked more elegant, but honey, you're gonna get this on video. Occasionally, I'm wrong.
What?
I know. Wait.
I'm seeing if I can save the video right now.
No, you
So
cannot save the video.
so the other thing is we have all of these traditional family ornaments that we collected through the year. Some the kids made, some I have pictures of the kids at
Or
different ages.
vacations. We do
All
like
right.
to go on
Yes,
adventures.
and Beth loves Christmas, so we always go into Christmas stores when we're on vacation. And sometimes she buys an ornament. We talk about how we can put it on the tree, except that doesn't happen if we're doing matchy matchy, and it's got to be just turquoise ornaments. So now we've decided we're going to go back to the traditional ornaments, but that means we've got to dig to the bottom of the storage supply room, and
How far is it to the bottom?
we're going to find
Yeah,
out.
we're not really sure.
Yeah.
We have lived in this house at BSF Leadership on Monday. We had a fellowship, and whoever lived in their house the longest had to report whatever we were talking about, like back to the big group. 31 years. Can you believe that, in this
Wow.
house? So there's a little, and
We like this house.
I was the reporter. You know what I told them? They're like, "Why did you live there so long?" I said, "Steve doesn't like change. Why do you think I'm still around?"
Hey, you're the beneficiary. But we love this house. I don't know why we would ever move, other than the 13 steps up and the 13 steps down, and we've got bad knees now. But other than that,
Okay, so the joy and peace is in the Night Divine set. And then I used the Nested Essentials. I just stamped it in black. You can't see it really well. Now here's my question for you. For the nativity, I'm in a black nativity mood because I did all these fun fudge boxes. But based on what's here, should it be vanilla to match that? Or should we put it in black? This is black ink on here. The black shows up better on the video, doesn't it? I'm thinking we should do black unless you tell me something different. Betty's been in her house 45 years. You have us way beat, Betty. You would win every contest about how long you've been in a
Janice
house.
likes the blacks as it stands out.
Okay. I am going to put the nativity and a sheep. Too bad I don't have a laying down sheep. But it is what it is, right? So do you like the card that is up and down like this? This is card number 1. Or do you like card number 2 that's sideways? It's hard to beat this foil. And here's card number 3.
So Patty was asking, what color is the card base? What type of blue is that?
This is Night of Navy. Patty, I debated between this color. I can't know all the colors when Misty Moonlight, but it was too close to the color. I liked the contrast. And maybe what I should have done, since I'm doing this in black now, which I didn't know when I cut it, I should have done the card base probably in black. But I don't know about you guys, but when I make a card, this is the first time me making this nativity with this paper and this kind of thing, the next one will be better, right? We don't hit it out of the park the first time. Or at least I don't. Maybe you do.
Janice was asking if they do a different nativity stamp every year.
Not every year, but there was a great one. I have it up there on the shelves somewhere. There was a great one from a couple years ago. I think it's better with the dies. So there was one other nativity. I think it was called Night of Bethlehem. That was amazing. Another one I'll keep, but I will always keep this one. I just think it's super versatile. Everyone can tell exactly what this die is. Oh, that's something else I should tell you. Jean cut out a lot of these for the boxes. And at first she was like, oh, it's no big deal. It's easy. And we just haven't talked about this for a long time, but back in the day, 20 years ago when I started, we would run the die through with not saran wrap, with wax paper. And we ran it through with wax paper, and the die cuts started literally falling out again. So if you have a die that's hard to get out, go ahead and run it through wax paper. And that really does work, doesn't it, Jean? So I want to mention one more time the shares. I've sold 21 shares and I have 3 left, and I'm not going over that amount. I'm mailing your shares January 8th at 8 a.m. And we're getting on a plane at what time? 10 a.m. So the shares, I promise, I'm expediting them next day. You will not get shares from anyone else any faster. And with me, you're getting a 6x12 of the paper, except for the balloons, that's 6x6. And you're getting 1.25 yards of the ribbon and about 1/5 of a package of the embellishments. One you're getting a little less and one you're getting a little more, but usually it's just 1/5 even. So 3 shares left. If you want it, email me at beth@stampingmom.com. The other thing is, I didn't set it here to show you, but the stamp camp. If you know you want to do our stamp camp February 10th and 11th, it is the Notes of Nature stamp set and everything else in that collection. That's a 2-bundle suite collection. You don't need the first bundle, but you need the leather trim, you need the embellishments, and you need the stamp set. So everything in the collection except the first bundle. And it is a great deal. So $78.75. You also need the cork rounds. So either buy that now while it's still, if you're a demo, you can buy it now. And then in January, buy $78.75 from me with my host code. Or you can wait till January. I'll have a graphic that I do in DBWS that will have everything you need. But you can order that the first Thursday in January when the catalog goes live. Does anybody have any questions? We have lots of prize patrols. Oh, Patty, it should have been navy. You're right. Let's rip it up.
No, wait. Everybody else has said they like black because when they think of things in shadow, they think it silhouettes and shadow should be black. So we've got both.
Do
But you
you
should
rip
make
your
it
cards away apart? I do. I'm sorry.
You should try it another
I'll
time.
do it again. I'll do it again in navy.
Well,
but yeah.
Yeah, and if they want, whoever wins prize patrol, if they want it in navy, they can tell us.
Yes. Okay. So here are the cards. The deer, it's hard to see. Give the deer a break. She's really cute in real life. The deer is number 1. The Merry Christmas Snowflakes is number 2. And the Joy and Peace is number 3. So we are doing prize patrol for one of these cards. And again, thank you to all of you that have bought a share and also the people that are doing the stamp camp already. I'm making a list.
Go.
And
it's almost done.
Super appreciate all of you. And I've been working on
Shirley.
what my gifts are. Shirley, yay. Shirley, I feel like you're a frequent winner here. I'm pretty sure I have your address, but it's always good to email me at beth@stampingmom.com and confirm your address and tell me which card you want. The deer is number 1, snowflake is number 2, and the nativity is number 3. So is there anything else? Can I see the comments? Anyone else have any questions or comments? Has anyone said they wanted one of the shares? Again, I just have 3. And if you're watching the replay, please put replay in the comments. And if you're new tonight, did you see if anyone was new? Normally, Steve's more busy chatting with you.
Yeah, I apologize. I was trying to troubleshoot technical difficulties. The new microphones ended up working great, but then it knocked out one of the cameras for some reason. So,
Okay, Patty, I will put you on the list that you're going to order in January. That's perfect. Patty did the last stamp camp. Can you tell us how much you loved it? And Bev did it, and Jean did it, and yeah, there's lots. Janice did it. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you have time during this Christmas season to really focus on Jesus too, who, is why we have Christmas. And I just hope you have a blessed week. And please come back next Tuesday and bring your crafty friends.
thanks you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.